Guys, how are you? How is everybody? Hey, Michael, how are you? I got a little bit of bad news. Phil did not make it tonight. He had some problems getting back from Seattle, and as of 6 or 7 o'clock this morning, he was not back in Ohio. So let me know if you have any sound problems tonight. Looks like we're doing okay. The mic readings. It's going to be just me tonight, unless Phil surprises me and pops in. But we didn't sleep much all weekend. Corey and I left for Seattle Friday afternoon. Got out there pretty late Friday night. We did not make it to the venue Friday night. Thanks, John. How are you, buddy? We got up early Saturday morning, went to the venue, and played a very long day. I think we left the venue around 10:30, maybe. Hey, Daniel, how are you? And Anthony, how are you, buddy? Congrats on the top 8 and Phil's win. Well, thank you so much, my friend. It was a lot of fun, a lot of good competition out there. The locals who had not been to an event in 20 years were still competition. And I think 2 of them made the top 8, if I'm not mistaken. No echo or background noise and good volume sounds great. Thank you. I'm actually running on just one microphone tonight since Phil's not here. So, and when you say no echo, is that a problem some nights? I think maybe we'll just start running one mic from now on. See what happens. Hi, Larry. How are you? It was, what do we have? A 5-hour non-stop flight out Friday night. Came back home early Sunday morning, and that was a little over 6 hours on the way back because we did have a layover. Yes, John, we are all coming to Boston. This is what I'm hearing for Boston. The Ohio group is going to be Phil, Corey, AJ, and myself. That's not written in stone, but 3 of the 4 are. We've pretty much got AJ convinced to come out. So how strong was the Seattle Army? Good group of new players? Yes, Daniel. They were very good. Doug Taylor and his boy Andrew both made top 8. Let's see, Andrew went out in the first round of the single LM, and Andrew made it 1 round farther. And then Andrew lost to, I think Phil Keffer, if I remember right. I can't, no, wait. Yeah. No. He lost to Derek. I believe he lost to Derek. Yes, he did. They both got to the power pack and only had 1 character left. Both of them had Doctor Strange left. And Derek must have just outdrew him in the power pack. Hey, Brent, how are you? Hey, guys, any word on when LRG is going to deliver the promo reprints? I heard it was a Cthulhu character card. No, it was not a Cthulhu. It was Mina Harker. And foil, and they looked beautiful. And I do have a copy of the art for that. But Joe has not given me permission to share that artwork. So for right now, I better not. But it was very nice. They changed some things after it got made or something on the inherent ability of the character, I think. So they did not give out the ones that they had. They've ordered new ones. They should be in, for what Joe said, a couple weeks. And then they're going to mail them out. Is that... Yes, Larry, thank you. The Seattle Army goes by Northwest Overpower Alliance. I think it was Alliance. That's good. I'm not sure. Hey, Josh Christopher, how are you, buddy? Had a lot of fun with you this weekend. Thank you so much. Hi, Lawrence. Brett, I wish it would have been a foil Cthulhu. I would rather have a foil Cthulhu, but the one they have is very nice. You guys are going to love it. Hey, Sean, how are you, buddy? Someone told you it was Cthulhu. Josh, you were there. Didn't you even see him? Mina Harker. Yeah, you guys got me all excited. I'd have rather had Cthulhu. Hi, Howard. Howard's here in the chat, as he knows by now. Both his boys beat me in Swiss play. Tyler and I had a good game, but Derek was still a good game, but he beat me pretty easy. And Larry says, I will have the character reprints available shortly after the foils are out. Awesome. Sean says he's still in Seattle. I thought he'd stick around until the next one. Those guys play every week somewhere, Sean. You should be able to get in a couple games. Andrew, how are you, buddy? Great tournament. Yes, it was, and you did really well yourself. I think you went 5-2. I know you went 5-2. So that was really good. And there's Doug Taylor. Doug also went 5-2 in Swiss. Went 1-1 in single LM. Andrew lost his first round, but he gave it a shot. He took D all the way down to the end. Josh says, I went and visited the Twin Peaks Tower today and had lunch at the diner. Nice. Corey's wife was telling him we should have done that while we were out there, but we came, we played, we left. I wish we'd stayed. I wish we'd have come earlier and stayed longer. But next time. We are going to do that in Boston. We talked about it with Corey's wife, and we're hoping she comes along with the trip with us. And my wife might also. Thanks so much. See ya. But Phil and AJ are definitely coming, and Boston will be great. We're going to go out on Thursday and come home on Sunday. Yeah, Andrew, it was really nice to finally put faces to all the names we see in the chat. And Josh says, beautiful weather so far. It was amazing out there. Not too hot, not too cold. It got cold late at night, but we didn't care. We had fun. Hey, Brian, how are you? Good to see you. Kiddo. Hey, Kiddo. Kiddo is my grandson, Richard. I love you too, buddy. And Richard is 9 years old, and he is wanting very badly to learn how to play Overpower. Unfortunately, he lives about 2.5 hours away from me, but we will teach you to learn to play very soon, Richard. I promise. I know it's you, Richard. Did I miss something? I thought I saw something else up here. Echo visitor program. The background noise has been more noticeable recently. Yeah, Captain, I believe it was the mics that we were using, and now I've got a new Yeti. So I think we're good now. The Northwest Overpower League or Alliance, whatever they call themselves, bought everybody pizza for lunch on Saturday. So that was very, very nice. It was not Jet's pizza, but it was still very good. So I'm sure we all loved that. And Howard says, Ty and Derek loved the tournament and really enjoyed meeting all the new players. Good. I'm glad. Well, Richard, you tell your friend I am your grandpa. Larry says, Seattle Center was an incredible place to visit. The Pop Museum was excellent. And Doug says, we loved getting to know Ty and Derek too. It was just a fun event all the way around. Everybody had a really good time, real competitive. I lost to Phil Keffer in the first round of single elimination. It was a battle. His events just tore my deck up. He drew the Hideout Discovered in the very first hand, and I drew, I think, 2 teamworks, or might have been 3. so I couldn't play him. I placed him. The very next hand, he drew another event. No universe cards maybe played this battle, so I could not play him again, and I think I drew another teamwork. So I had 4 teamworks, and the third hand, I only drew 2 power cards. So only 2 of the 4 teamworks were playable, but it was enough that it kept Phil from venturing 3 for the win. And it was a battle. It was fun. It was intense. My games with him are always good. I did beat Phil Miller in Swiss play. So I don't like playing Phil in Swiss, as I'm sure you all would understand. But it was fun. I did not play Corey. Corey had a rough day. I think he went 2-5 in Swiss. Phil went 5-2, and then let's see. I don't remember, who did he play. I can't remember who he played in the first 2 rounds. Then he played Phil Keffer in the championship game, and he beat him. Where is Phil? Richard, that's a great question. I think he's sleeping. If he just made it back from Seattle sometime today. So he wasn't able to make it tonight. I'm going solo. It might be a short one. Everyone will get bored listening to me talk by myself all night. Howard says, who took home the image uncut sheet? They did not bring the image sheet. They're going to mail it to somebody. Was that Sean Valentine? Did you win that? I think he did. I think Sean got it. And Josh says, both of my games with Corey were so tight, could have easily swung his way. He said every game he played was that way. Came down to, he only needed one more mission to win most of them and just couldn't finish it off. Yep, Richard, I'm just back from Seattle. I got back yesterday afternoon. Dave McMillan won the image sheet. That's right. Dave got it. And Sean got the original art, I think. Oh, there's Sean now. They offered some OP art at first, then Joe won the image uncut sheet and donated it to the consolation prizes. Then Dave added a World Legends pack. The pricing was really great, and it was pretty awesome. No, Dave won the image sheet. I took second consolation and took the World Legends pack. Okay, very good. So who ended up with the original art? Or who won it? I think Carl ended up buying it off of whoever won it. 28 players were there. We were hoping, we thought we were going to have 31. 3 of them had to back out at the last minute. One of them was Joe Peters' son, who got invited to a birthday party or something, so he decided to go to that instead. Hi, Zachary. How are you? There, Richard. How's that? We'll give Zachary a shout out. What original art was there? It was one of the teamworks. And to be honest with you, Lawrence, I didn't look that close to see which teamwork it was. Again, it was another one bought off of Warren. But I didn't, it was an IQ teamwork, I believe. But I didn't look that close. Yeah, Adam. I was hoping Adam would make it. Something happened to him at the last. Not happened to him. Something happened that at the last minute he had to cancel. And from what I understand, it was literally the last minute. Sometime on Friday, he just said he couldn't make it. Let's see. Yeah, it was a teamwork with the hand on it. Okay. Thank you, Sean. So the artwork was really cool. Getting to see the Mina Harker hero card was really cool. Would have been even better to bring one home, but we'll get it eventually. Yep, Daniel, that's right. It was the hand. Yeah, thank you, Doug Taylor. I did get my top 8 pin, which I was going to bring and show everybody, but I forgot it. I now have 3 top 8 pins out of all 3 of the events. I got one from all 3 of the events that I've been to. And of course, Phil Keffer also has 3, along with 2 rings. Phil Miller's got a ring, and I guess he's got 2 top 8 pins. Oh, boy. Oh, Brett, you know what? I don't know the answer to that. Mina Harker stats. All right. Yeah, hold on a minute. I'll pull that up. I think I do have it. I don't remember I didn't look that closely. Joe did not, they were in a brick, and he did not do anything more than just show them to us in the brick, so I didn't look that closely. Oh, wait a minute. I think I already downloaded that, didn't I? What is going on with my computer? Downloads. Yeah, here we go. So Joe sent me the artwork for the Mina Harker, but at the time he asked me not to share it. And he has not given me permission to share it tonight, even though we all saw the card over the weekend. So I'm not going to share the artwork yet unless he gets back to me. Mina Harker is a 6'2", 16 points. Oh, that's one of them. I think, yes, that's right. She was 16. And her inherent counts as 18 points for deck building if she starts the game in reserve. They're taking that off, and they're just raising her to an 18. So she'll be an 18 threat, whether she's on the front line or the reserve. And max 6, that's an 18. Yeah. No, they're going to take away her inherent ability. She will not have one at all. And I believe, I'm going to just double check that. But I'm pretty sure. Mina Harker is now 18 threat and does not have an inherent ability. So she's going to lose the inherent ability. She'll have a threat of 18. You can play her in front line or reserve with that 18. She does have cards that can be played from reserve, which is why she was going to be 18 if she was in reserve. Let's see. Oh, it's a nice card to be playing from reserve. I don't know that it's worth the 2 points. There's another one. Yeah, she's got 2 cards playable from reserve. I'll tell you that much, but I can't tell you anything more, because the rest of it has not been made public. So I will get out of there and quit looking so that you guys won't try and tempt me to tell you anything I'm not supposed to. Zachary, you're very welcome, my friend. I hope to meet you sometime soon. You need to come up with Richard and visit. Captain says, Doug, would you mind repeating what the problem was with the first print of the Mina Harker? I didn't catch it. It's not so much that there was a problem with it. They just wanted to eliminate her inherent ability, and at the time she was a 16 threat level with an 18 if you played her in reserve. They ended up deciding she's going to be 18 reserve or front line. So she lost her inherent ability, which... I think she should be a 16 or a 17 still, but they... Mage says Mina's inherent is that she can type and collate files into novel format. Mina Harker ability, +5 to... No, Andrew, don't be spreading that. It is not her inherent ability. Michael, that's all I can do is tease. I'm not allowed to tell you everything. And as a matter of fact, I talked to Joe a little bit about the Monday night show that'll be right before the Kickstarter launches the next Tuesday. And I said, can we talk about every card on the list? And he said, no. They want you guys to be surprised by some of the cards that come out of the pack. So, as of right now, if Joe can keep his mouth shut that long, there will be some cards that will not get spoiled, and you will have to open a booster box to find out what all's in there. Or watch as we live stream the opening of a couple booster boxes when we get them. I don't know if we'll get any in advance or not. I'm just saying we will open some on the stream. Max 6 with no inherent. Her cards had better be stellar. Yeah. No, Josh. Quit trying to get me in trouble. That's all I can tell you. I'm hoping Joe comes into the chat and he starts telling you stuff. You want to know about Mina? Go read the book. Coming soon, all 4/8 power card reprints of the World Legend foil pack will be available on the site. They were introduced and sold well at Valhalla. Oh, Larry, I didn't see that, buddy. I would have bought some off of you. Yeah, Daniel, I'm sure you won't tell. It'll be all over Facebook and Discord first thing after the show's over. I don't believe you. We can't tell them the real stuff. You're right, Andrew. We can't as much as we want to. I would love to take the whole show and talk about the whole checklist. Which, thank you, Ricky, for making the checklist up and sending it to me. Making someone cost more for deck building if you put them in reserve. If they have a card that can be played from reserve, makes a lot of sense to me. Wonder why they changed it. Captain, I agree, but I don't know why they changed it. Is the Friday event in Boston going to be new Overpower starter deck tournament? Oh, man, you guys are always trying to get stuff out of me. All right. Oh, I can't tell you. I got to let the Boston guys make all the Boston announcements, okay? Brett says, I'm super pumped to crack packs again and see new cards. Me too, Brett. I can't wait to do it. And Howard says, can't wait to put the Venom art up in the danger room. Thanks again, Doug Taylor. Good ticket draw, Larry. Josh says, I've heard Max 6 is much less of a liability in the new game. Much less? I think some Max 6 characters will get played. So, Josh, I would agree. It is a slightly less of a liability. You better believe I bought 3 times of each power card as soon as I walked in the room. I didn't even see them. Ah, Josh, good for you. Michael says, can you be bought? I'll Venmo you $5. Put some zeros behind that 5, Michael, and we'll talk. Doug Taylor says, hey, Brett, me too on cracking packs. Sean says, why stream if you're not going to spill? Because this is about Valhalla. This is not supposed to be about the Kickstarter. But everyone is so excited for the Kickstarter, we can't help but to talk about it. And them having the Mina Harker hero card there was really cool. I should have taken a picture. I don't think Joe even wanted pictures out there with that inherent on the card. He did say that they were considering giving everybody there one of those cards and just say, hey, just so you know, this is not tournament legal. And don't show up in the tournament playing this card. But they said in the past they've tried that and guys still show up at tournaments trying to play the card. So he decided not to let them out of his hand, and we all went home empty-handed, and we'll wait for them to be mailed to us. Mage, I don't know how many zeros it would take, but it would take a lot. When is the Boston event? Are they sure the new cards will be out by then? Okay, here's the thing. Joe, why can't you be in? I'm not even sure what I'm allowed to say about this. The new cards will not be out by Boston. The Boston event is November 7th and 8th, or 8th and 9th. Whatever the Friday, Saturday is. I think it's 7th. No, 7th is a Thursday. So it's the 8th and the 9th. No cards will be out by then. The print run on the Kickstarter is probably going to be in February. We're looking at a March, April delivery time. But, you know what? I believe it was on Facebook. Did anybody see the post? Is there a post on Facebook about New York Comic Con? they are going to be doing Learn to Plays at New York Comic Con. I don't think that's a big... I'm not breaking any NDA with that, right? Larry says, I want to do a shout out to Joe and Howard for doing Challenge so well to keep the tourney moving on Saturday. It ended in record time. It sure did. And Captain, don't get me in trouble. You guys, I want to talk about it as much as you want to hear about it. Larry, Joe, and Howard, yes, thanks for running such a smooth tourney. Everything went so well. There were no issues whatsoever. Joe and Dave both said that Challenge is not going to be used next year, and we're going to use Cardio, and Cardio is amazing, and they are working with the owner and head designer, developer of Cardio, and they're willing to do anything we want them to do. So they will make everything just the way we want it. Scott, Phil's not here. He's not even in the chat. As a matter of fact, neither is AJ. Where's my boy AJ at? Scott, I wish you'd have been there. I hope you can go to Boston. Are you even thinking about Boston, Scott? I got 3 top 8 pins, Scott. How many did you get this year? Oh, wait a minute. Did you make top 8 at the OP Cup? Oh. Howard says, I'll be posting the current Player of the Year standings on Thursday. I'm pretty sure the King has it wrapped up and everyone else is fighting for second place. I believe that's the rumor that was floating around the room. I don't know. Phil's not even in the chat either. How many points does Phil have for Player of the Year? I think he's in around 47 or 48 points. He keeps using different decks and he just keeps winning. It will be interesting. I'm not talking trash. It's just Scott. Scott, you made top 8. I thought you made top 12. Just says they're maybe close to 50 in Boston. Yes, I think they're going to hit 40 easy and maybe hit 50. It's going to be amazing. Josh says Phil has it locked up. All right, if I understand the Player of the Year point systems right. Sorry, I'm trying to talk and read at the same time. And the Mage, I'm just not sure he can do much cardio because he's so out of shape. Yeah. All right, Player of the Year points. You get 4 points for making a top 8 at one of the events. And then you get, 4 points for every win in single LM? And for the first event, or for all events. And then starting with the second event, every unique character that you use in your deck that you have not used previously gets you an additional 2 points. Is that right, Howard? So you could get 8 points? No, 4 points for making the top 8. And if you won 3 more games, that's another 12 points. So 16 points in your first one if you win the whole thing. And then the second one, 2, 4, 6, 8 additional points. So 24 would be the max points anyone can earn in one event. Yes, Scott, the pressure's on without Phil here tonight. I have to read these chats and I have to talk. And a lot of times I can't read and talk at the same time. Just ask Josh if I made top 8. Oh, did you put Josh out? You played Josh in the top 12? All right, so you got 1 pin. So you can come to Boston, maybe you can earn a second. I'm not going to miss Challenge at all. I can't believe they told Howard asked for them to make it so that he could adjust pairings and pair whoever he wanted. And they said, we could do that, but we don't like you playing around with the pairings, so we don't really want to do it. And so they just said, okay, goodbye challenge. We're going somewhere that'll do what we want the way we want it. And Cardio said, we'll do whatever you want. And Scott's a great guy, the head designer and the owner. I met him at the National Sports Card Collectors Convention. And he's super excited to work with the Overpower guys. So, what? Yes, some of the guys from Seattle are actually flying out to Boston. Yeah, you're right, Larry, they are. Hey, Ricky. Oh, yeah, OP podcast, catching up now. Wish I could have made it to Seattle. Yeah, me too, Ricky. Maybe you could have beat some sense into Josh on Friday night and tell him not to change his deck. Because he did, and then he had a rough day on Saturday. Yep, we all missed you, Ricky. And then Mage says, I wish I'd known you get points for using new characters. I would have definitely used a different team. Yep, you sure do. And that's why Phil has changed decks all 3 events. What did he play this time? He had Magneto 3-stat, the Inhumans, Scarlet Witch, and then I think he had Silver Sable in reserve. No, Scott, I never said that. I did say Josh Christopher was a great guy. Maybe you just misunderstood me. You just need to read the postings. Okay, Howard. Let's see. Howard says, Doug, I'm tired of doing everything for you. Do something for yourself. Howard did give away these, or not Howard, Larry gave away these packs of baseball cards. And Phil and I did not open our packs. We were going to do it on the stream tonight, and then Phil didn't get back from Seattle in time. I don't think he's even awake right now, because if he was, he'd probably at least be in the chat. Oh, was Howard talking to you, Sean, and not me? Yes, Michael, November 8th and 9th. I hope you can make it. 1 in 20 packs has an Overpower card in it. It has some Overpower artwork on the card with a baseball star. We gave out 28 of the 36 packs that are in a box, and nobody hit one of the Overpower artwork cards. So, Thursday night, during Thursday night battles, Phil and I are going to open these 2 packs, and I would say I'd give it away to somebody, but if it's a King Griffey Jr. Amazing Spider-Man card, I'd have a really hard time giving that one away. But tune in. If you're watching and we pull it, you never know what we'll do. Hey, Skittle Daddy. Yes, thank you, sir. Please like the video. I appreciate you guys. You guys are always watching out for me. We got 9 likes already. I appreciate that, too. Howard loves me. Why don't you? Scott, I love your daughter. She's awesome. Josh says, my first match in Swiss was against the king himself. Me who went 1-6 in Columbus. Oh, yeah, but you got 6 completed missions on Phil Keffer. You were 1 away from beating him. That's awesome. Michael, you want what? You already got a whole set. You want me to open them now? I can't open them now because Phil didn't show up. It wouldn't be right to open them without Phil. And besides, I don't have the other camera set up to record so we could watch me open the packs. We'll do it Thursday night. Maybe you can tune in. Let's see. Josh, you won like 3 or 4 games, didn't you? 3? I think you went 3 and 4, which was triple the amount of wins you had in Boston. So that's awesome. Yeah, thanks, guys. We appreciate all your support. And I wish we'd have gotten a few more Seattle guys out. There's a bunch of them that voted for it and then didn't show up. And I totally understand that. They didn't show up because they didn't feel like they could compete at the level that made it worthwhile to spend $50. I understand it. 3 for 4, triple. Yeah, way to go, Josh. Proud of you. Wait, what packs are you opening Thursday, Doug? All right, Captain. Here we go. we have these baseball cards. Hey, good night, John. Thanks for listening, buddy. I appreciate you. I'll see you soon. Yes, the price for inch, well, it was a little high for someone who is not real competitive. And it's the same price that every Now event has been. Although I think Howard may have charged a little bit more when he was catering, which was well worth the extra money. Brett, $50 to get your butt whipped. That's a steal. I paid way more than that. Gonna have to bring them down as more players start to come out of the woodwork. Well, yeah, that'll be. The reason it's $50 is to make the pool worth winning. Josh says, I got beat up big time by 10 Teamwork Doug Sims. Sorry, Josh. I did pile on the teamwork for you, didn't I? Is the king in the chat? Because if he isn't there, there's no reason to say I am undefeated against him. Very funny, Scott. But he's not said hi yet, so I don't know if he's in there or not. Captain, getting back to you. These baseball cards, there was an insert set in these cards. One every 20 packs has a baseball star with a Marvel Comics character. All of the Marvel Comics character artwork was taken from Overpower cards. So everyone was really glad to have a chance for that. The King Griffey Amazing Spider-Man card goes for $40 or $50 on eBay. So we'll see. Hey, Howard, thanks for tuning in, buddy. We'll see you later. Oh, okay. Larry says that Joe Peters hit the Ripken Iron Man card. I wonder why he kept it a secret. All right. Skittle Daddy says, I was the guy who stumbled into that baseball OP set and posted it on Facebook. I had no idea, and nobody else in the community had seen them before. Whoa, why did all my lights go out? What the heck just happened? Crazy how quickly they have taken off. Yep, as soon as guys saw it, they wanted them, and they went online and bought a bunch. And Larry bought a box because he got a really good price on one. Guys, I'll be right back. I'm going to see what happened with my lights. All right, and my lights are back. So, Josh says, I hope Corey doesn't have PTSD from that storm gathering winds pool during our Swiss match. Yeah, Corey was pretty bummed out about his record, but he'll be in Boston. Scott Flint says, I might know a guy that does baseball cards. Yeah, but Scott, does he have any of these cards with Overpower artwork on them? I would love to have the King Griffey Jr. Amazing Spider-Man card. May says, your lights have to be on before they could go out. Okay, Sean. That's funny. That was good. Wait a minute. Oh, yeah. Cal Ripken and Iron Man is pretty sweet. I agree. Michael says, I haven't been able to identify the art for Captain America and Spider-Man. You know what? I didn't look at them that close, but somebody said they were all from Overpower, but maybe I'm wrong. Maybe some of them? We'll figure it out. Josh, yeah, Corey said revenge will be sweet for him, bitter for you. Super excited to go to Boston. In between now and Boston is the launch of the Kickstarter and New York Comic Con. Who's going to New York Comic Con this year? I think it's from Stars and Stripes. Yeah. I'm seriously considering going to New York Comic Con. Anybody else? From what I hear, this is pure rumor here. Oh, well, hey, Stephen. You didn't recognize the Hulk art. Michael, Stephen says he didn't recognize the Hulk art from Overpower. Was it? Or are you saying it wasn't? And you know where it was from, Michael. They are going to be doing Learn to Play demos at New York Comic Con. And rumor has it that there will be a New York Comic Con exclusive card given out to anybody who does one of the demos. So there you go. If you want those exclusive cards, I don't know what the exclusive card is going to be, but you need to be at New York Comic Con. I got permission to go. The wife said that's fine. I did apply as a content creator. I have not heard back yet. I should hear that by the end of next week, whether I got approved or not. I did tell them that I wanted to live stream from the Overpower booth at the con all 4 days. So if it happens, I'll be there. If I don't get that badge, I don't know if I'll go or not. It's kind of expensive just to get in. Michael says, yes, the Hulk is from Overpower. Spider-Man looks a lot like the IQ character, probably the same artist, but it isn't exactly the same. And IQ came out a bit later. Brett says, hopefully the New York cards are like the Spawn Finite Power cards and are common enough to wallpaper with. From what I heard, Brett, you have to take a demo to get one. They're not giving them out like candy on Halloween. So you can't just walk up to the booth and get a free demo card. You have to do a learn to play. Now, maybe on Sunday, if they still got a whole lot of them left, they'll change that. But we shall see. I'm kind of surprised nobody popped up in the chat today. But Michael says the Hulk is from the Hulk Smash. They removed the boulder. Okay. So nobody in the chat plans to go to New York Comic Con, huh? Wow. That's interesting, guys. Will you at least think about it now that they're telling you that there's going to be an exclusive card? From what I understand, the Learn to Play decks are going to be like little half decks, nothing real major. But it will be, New York Comic Con is, I think, 2 weeks after the launch of the Kickstarter. And maybe they'll give out that New York Comic Con exclusive to everyone who attends Boston. We'll have to ask them. No, Larry, seriously? $200 a day for New York Comic Con? That's crazy. Wow. Okay. I'm going to fact check that. Not that I think Larry's lying to me. Wow. That's a lot. And they're probably close to selling out. Let me see. They sold out for Friday. Larry. $75 a day, guys. You can still get Thursday and Sunday tickets, but Friday and Saturday are sold out. Let's see. I don't know how I can do it. All right, it's $75 a day. So you're looking at $300 for a weekend pass if you could still get them. I wonder, they don't even have weekend passes listed here. Yep, that's it. Oh, wow. And there's, I mean, that's nothing special. That's just the base price, $75 a day. Most of the cons that come around here, $75 will get you in all 3 days. So that is expensive. Wow. Just reading over everything. Oh, man. So $75 a day. Anybody still want to go? We can meet up on Thursday if I go. And I'd probably stay Sunday. Let's see. Mage says, yeah, New York is pricey. Can I want to go? Michael, you know you'll be allowed. Yeah, and Sean, getting there. New York, it's like a 10-hour drive, I think, from Columbus. Not too bad. I wouldn't drive it. I think at this point, if I'm going by myself, I'm going to fly. Although Corey don't like me to fly by myself. He's afraid I'll get lost. Brett says, I would love to go, but I have no availability. Going to be on a work trip for an entire month on the wrong side of the country. Ugh, going to the West Coast, huh? That's awful. Scott says, I got to bow out, but this will be the only time that I met Doug is one of my BF's best friend, Love, and I will delete this soon. I love you too, Scott. I think you're a great guy, and I appreciate you. See you later, Larry. See you, Scott. We'll talk more. I never even bothered to try San Diego Comic-Con anymore, says Michael. San Diego's in the summertime, maybe next year. I think they are trying to get into San Diego next year. New York was, from what I understand, it just came up all of a sudden. Super excited. Wow, $75 a day. All right, if I don't get a content creator pass, I may not go either. That's a lot. But if I do go, I will make sure to give you guys a sneak peek at the exclusive card available only at the New York Comic-Con. That'd be really cool if it's actually stamped New York Comic-Con and not just original art or different art, an alternate art card stamped New York Comic-Con 2024. Interesting. All right. It looks like I'm caught up with the chat. Wow. That's the first time in a long time. All right. I hope you guys all tune in Thursday night. Phil and I are going to do a Thursday night battles for the first time in about 3 weeks. I don't know what we'll be playing. Actually, I think I'm going to play Henry Pym one more time. I've got an idea that I want to try using one of the home bases from Lazarus and see. I don't know. I'm going to try it. I'll put it together and see if it works. And if it doesn't, I better have a backup deck. 'Cause if Phil beats me really bad the first 2 games, I'm going to scrap it. He sometimes does that to my games. The decks that I build for fun on Thursdays. I did want to work on that Deadpool deck a little bit too. Hey, Joe, you made it. How are you? Did you get some rest? That was one crazy weekend, huh? Any questions for Lazarus, guys? Here we go. Joe's here. Now he can tell you. Ricky got up too. Ricky listening at 2 times the speed. Doug, are you originally from Ohio? Sometimes when I heard someone with a southern accent, it reminds me a little of your voice. I am born and raised right here in Central Ohio. Josh says, Joe is here. Spoiler time. And Mage says, Joe's here. Do you have questions to answer, Joe? Hey, Joe, one of the questions that came up earlier was why did you remove Mina Harker's inherent ability? What made you raise her to a 18-point threat from a 16? Not a real tough question there for you. What else did we see that guys were asking about? I don't know. Oh, New York Comic-Con. What's going on at New York Comic-Con, Joe? Can we see Mina Harker now? Josh wants to know. I do have the artwork that Joe sent me. It does not have the stats on it. Joe, do you want to share it? What spoilers will be in Boston, and what will Friday night's event be? Ricky, those 2 great questions, especially that second one. Joe, do you want to tell them, have you decided what Friday night's event is going to be? I know you talked about something out there in Seattle, but I didn't want to say it because I wasn't sure if that's what you were going to end up doing. Michael says, you know how good your new mic is? We hear all that drumming. Holy cow, I am so sorry. I'm going to move those baseball card packs out of the way so I quit playing with them. Wow. Sorry about that, guys. Michael says, hey, Joe, let Doug show us pictures. Joe says, unfortunately, I don't believe there'll be a Friday night event for everyone. I think we're going to need to use Friday night to do a competitive playtest event for our playtest purposes. Joe, you don't have an event location yet, is that correct? We're still looking to find a place to play. Is any chance we can run 2 events? Put playtesters in one room and everybody else in another room? That would be pretty sweet. But I'm kind of looking forward to the playtest event. I got to decide which one of my decks I want to bring. Well, I'll bring them both, but which one am I going to play? So, I did not hear any complaints about Seattle, except there was no play mat used on the live stream event. So we got to make sure in the future we always put a play mat down to make everybody happy. We used one double player play mat. Some guys like to bring their own up there, but not everyone had play mats this weekend. I was kind of surprised. Guys just showed up without them. Joe says we're still looking. We may, but so many of the regular players are in the play test. I don't think that it would have enough people. Man, if you have 50 players show up, really? You'll have that many play testers there. Wow. That's encouraging. All right. Interesting. You think you have that many players there that are not play testers? We had. Oh, okay, Joe. We had 16 players in our Friday night Henry Pimapalooza event. I think you'd still have 16 players. Can you get 12? But even a dozen, right? I agree. There's a lot of guys like Sean, the GOAT, Phil Keffer. They're not play testers, although the GOAT and Phil Keffer don't normally play in the Friday night events. The playtest event will be big. There's going to be a lot of playtesters there, especially if AJ comes with us. So that'll be our whole playtest group. Will be there in Boston. Ricky, Josh, and Carl. Oops, am I supposed to be telling everybody that's playtesting? A couple guys from the Seattle area. Was it 4 guys from Boston themselves? So, yeah, it's going to be fun. Some of those may be by then. Oh, yeah, I know what you're talking about there. All right. They should be. I'm not going to say anything unless you do, Joe. But yeah, the playtest event would be great to have there. Although, I really got to look at Kickstarter. You don't have to have every card. You don't have to have every card made or even designed by the time the Kickstarter launches. Is that correct, Joe? So if you want to change cards between now and the printing of the card, you're able to. So that'll help. Anybody got any questions for Joe besides what we just asked? He's answering quick as a whip, although he didn't say anything about the Mina Harker. Joe, do you want to share the Mina Harker hero card, even though you didn't hand them out because of the inherent being on there? Or would you prefer not to? Totally understand if you don't want to. Oh, Ricky says, I would like to make it to Boston, but I highly doubt it at the moment. Ricky, how are you going to miss 2 different tournaments? We only have 5 a year. Joe says, yes, we have time before final submissions. Okay. So the playtest event on Friday night should give us a good idea of what's working and what's not. I'm leaning towards a Tars Tarkus Deja Thor's deck for that event. Although the Wicked Witch of the West deck that I've built is a lot of fun to play too. I would just share the art again if you have it. I've never shared the artwork. I do have it, but it doesn't have the stats or anything on it. So if you'd like me to share that, I could. Let's see. What's the criteria for an invite to Champ of Champs? You have to win one of the 5 events or finish in the top 10 in the rankings. Get you an automatic invite. And then we will run a last-minute qualifier on Friday night to fill the event out to 16 players. Whoops, wrong file. Let me see if I got it on my phone. I can't remember if Joe sent it to my phone or if I have it in email. Okay, let's do this one more time here. Well, it looks like Joe emailed me the artwork, so let me look. Oh, wow, you guys. I turned around for a minute and everything's... Yes, we had the time before final submissions. I believe, Joe, I've just shared the artwork again. Do you have it? Michael says, yay. Mage says, what's the criteria? Got that. I choose the enemy and go to Sorcery Con the weekend before. All right, Ricky. Yeah, I know you tried to get me to go. I chose Overpower over Sorcery. Okay. Joe says he will share the card. I think, Joe, I can't remember. Did you emailed it to? What? Joe? Really? Do you want to share that one? Oh, okay. Wow. All right, I'm going to scroll back through this text message and see where the Mina Harker art is, because I know Joe sent it to me. Well, here we go. I think that's it. Nope, that ain't it. Nope, that ain't it. Oh, there it is. I got it. I think that's it. Yep, Mina Harker hero card. All right, guys, Joe's going to let me share some artwork with you. So thanks for sticking around, guys. Joe's making it worthwhile. I got, oh, man, that artwork is phenomenal. All right, so here's what I'm going to do. And we'll do this. Sorry, guys, I have to do it this way, but Joe has now sent me artwork for one of the Dracula cards. Wow, you guys, we're getting a real exclusive again here. Hold on. You know, Ricky, you don't know how tempted I am. And my kids are awesome. Jessica and Corey, they wouldn't care a bit if I went. But I just don't, I don't think I can. There we go. All right, guys, I am about to show you the Mina Harker artwork for the character card. It does not have the power grid on it, okay? It is strictly the artwork. We'll go. Okay, let's Let's downloads. Oh no, it's so freaking big. Holy cow. That's not right. Oh. What? Let me see if I can resize it. Oh. Wow. I thought you guys said you did, Joe, that you weren't going to use challenge. You were going to go with cardio. Was I not supposed to say that? Sorry, I thought sure you said that. Wow, look at all those nice clouds. Okay. Well, I hope you go with cardio because I think they're the best. But, oh, here we go. Well, why isn't that? Why? All right, let's see. And that's a lot of clouds. Yeah, I'm sorry, the image is just way too big. I can cut that image down. Hold on. Oh, okay, so Mina Harker's already been there. All right. Oh, wow, that's huge. That's one reason. Let's do that. Save it. Save it. All right, let's go to the, let me block that. Okay. Image. You shared Mina before? I didn't realize that. I don't know how I missed that one. There we go. All right, there's the art for Mina. Sean, hold on just a second if you can. I will add the Dracula card before I do. Yeah, Sean. Yeah. I may not be able fast enough for you. Let's see how big this thing is. No, it's a good size one. Okay, I can share that one here real quick. Let's see. I'm going to add the image. We'll call it. Okay. All right, guys, here we go. Here's the Dracula. It's still a little big. Let's see if I can bring the Dracula down a little. Make him a little smaller. Oh, yeah. And then pull. No, I don't want to do that. There we go. Just move it up. There we go. There you go, Sean. You saw it before you left. If not, we'll see you Thursday or soon. This one is Dracula Last Man Standing. Oh, To the Last Man. To the Last Man. All right. Pretty nice, huh? Wow. What do you guys think? You like that? That's a lot of dead people, says Ricky. Yep, I'm afraid so. Is that a Battlefield Commander reprint? Hey, Adam. I don't believe that is a reprint of anything. I think all this artwork is all original for these characters. The Edgar Rice Burroughs artwork is going to be something that's already been used somewhere else, probably. But yeah, that Dracula is pretty cool. Hey, Joe, do you want to tell us what the card does to the last man? Is that a nice, powerful card for Dracula? I don't know off the top of my head because I didn't look at him too much. Let's see. Oh. Okay, I'm looking at the Dracula cards from the list that Ricky sent me. Ricky, you're amazing. Thank you for that, too. Makes it so easy for me to look stuff up. Opponent may not use cards with the word teammate for the remainder of battle. Yeah, you're right. I don't know Masters of Evil at all. The only thing I know out of Masters of Evil is Silver Sable and 9 or Less of Void and Doctor Strange, 6 or Less, and Henry Pym, Mass Reduction. I think that's about it, really. Well, Stars and Stripes, that came out of MOE, right? No, that came out of the Marvels, and so did Mass Reduction. Boy, I really don't know my MOE. Oh, Ricky, I appreciate your humbleness. That Dracula's pretty cool. I think you guys are just going to love this set. There's everything is so good about it. I hate to just keep bringing it up, but I've enjoyed play testing with it. I can't wait to actually get to play with it. It just keeps getting more fun and more fun. I wish AJ was in the chat tonight because I know he's having a lot of fun with it too. Yeah, I know, Joe. I remembered. Oh, man. Yeah, everything I'm saying is marvelous. I don't know my MOE. Dracula got some cards. Oh, it was all villains, wasn't it? Yeah, that's why I got you guys here, to keep me straight. The villain cards hang out for another few minutes, and I'll give you one more. Just got to get to the house and set the computer up. All right, I'll hang out for a bit. How many guys in the chat right now are thinking of coming to Boston? And here's an even better question. If you don't think you're coming to Boston, what can we do to get you to come? How can we convince you to show up at Boston? What would it take to make you want to be in Boston enough to hop on an airplane and fly across the country, or get in a car and drive for a couple hours to show up for this event? What would it take? Brett, thank you, sir. I hope you can make it. That'd be great. Yeah, Bullseye did get some nice cards in MOE. He got the... Is this the one that avoids a power card attack? Wait a minute, Josh. What do you mean you're going to try to be there? I thought when we left Seattle, you said I'll see you in Boston. Michael says pay for my airfare. Hey, Joe Peters. You might with a couple of your guys. That would be awesome. Ricky says buy my flight. Eric Counts. Hey, buddy. Eric thinks he's going to be there. Wow, let's start a Kickstarter to raise funds, or a GoFundMe to raise funds for everybody's airfare. You think people will donate for that? Hey, Andrew, there you are. Boston is in the air. AJ, you're going to Boston, buddy. We're going to get you there by hook or by crook, whatever we got to do. You, me, Corey, Phil, Scott Flint. I wonder if Chris is going. That'd be nice. Boy, that'd be 6 people from Ohio. Get Vlad and Sam to show up and make it 8. That'd be pretty sweet. All right, guys. So I guess I got to rephrase my question. Aside from paying for your airfare, what can I do to make it worthwhile for you to be there? What would it take? Also clone me so I can stay home and the wife won't realize I'm gone. Yeah, you know, that clone thing works with the wife. It's the kids who always catch on. I fly first class only, says Michael. Wow, you guys aren't making it easy on me, are you? I need to look into see how much airfare is right now from Columbus to Boston. All right, let's see here. Okay. I will have to look into that. I'm not sure. Anybody else? Is there any way I can convince you? Brett says it's honestly just hard to travel so far for a weekend, work, wife, kids, money. It's a lot to handle. Yep, it sure is. I understand. And when you live on the West Coast, Boston is a very long trip. Actually, to get on the other side, west of Chicago, Boston becomes a pretty long trip. So I get it. I just don't want people to think that it's not worth $50 entry. It's $50 really is cheap entertainment for all the fun you're going to have them. Although we may not have a Friday night event, I guarantee this Saturday event's going to be a lot of fun. You hang out, get 2 tournaments. The consolation tournament is usually free. So it will be fun if you guys make it out. I'd love to see you all there. Will I be live streaming from Boston? I'm going to reserve my answer on that. I would love to live stream from Boston. I got to wait and see what the venue is like. If the venue can have room for it and it's quiet enough, I might consider it. Although I don't know. I know last year I was there and I did it with my phone. It wasn't all that great. But if we can work it out to make it a little bit better, we'll see what we can do. I would love to live stream it. I just got to remember that YouTube has a rule. They cut you off after 12 hours. So I'd have to make sure I split it up into 2 events. And Joe's back. Joe, what have you got to share with us? We'll see what Joe's got going. Hey, what's up? Okay, at Overpower, how are you? OBD, ODB. How is everybody tonight? Joe's about ready to share some artwork with us. Let's see what he's got up his sleeve. And in case you missed it, I'm going to put the Dracula artwork up real quick. Give everybody another shot at that one. Hey, Joe, here's a question for you. That card's kind of graphic. Any concerns about parents not wanting their kids playing with a card that graphic? I just thought about it. I mean, I know Dracula is pretty bad anyways. Lawrence, I'm sorry, buddy. They did record 1 game every round, and they'll get some voiceovers on it and hopefully get it up really quick. All right, there's the dragon. It's historically accurate. Are you trying to tell me Dracula was real? Doug, I was wondering the same thing. That is a lot of ketchup, Ricky. Joe, it just crossed my mind. I don't know. I was wondering if you guys put any thought into that. Do you think there might be any? Because I know you were concerned about some other things. Michael says, I'm thinking all the graphic parts may be hidden with borders and words. Josh says, here's another LRG question. Will there be new alternate art for the Dracula hero card? And OK at Overpower says there's about 5 games on camera that are epic. That's only half of them. You don't think the other 5 were? Sorry. I know you could hear that pounding. Captain says, Joe, there's no shortage of historically accurate stuff you wouldn't want to expose children to depictions of. I mean, what? I don't even know how to pronounce that word, Captain. What is that? Caligola? I'd have to do a search to see what that is. Yeah, I don't know. It just, looking at it on my phone, I didn't think about it. And when I first put it up, and then when I popped it back up, it's like, it crossed my mind. So I just thought I'd ask. All right, there we go. What is that? Oh, no. Hey, Joe, I don't want to share that one to them. I'm going to hoard that one for myself. Caligula. Oh, okay, thanks. A historical figure who did a lot of stuff you wouldn't tell your kids about. You know, a lot of stuff happened that over time, for sure. That we wouldn't want to share with young kids, but all right, guys, guess what Joe sent me this time? I got the Cthulhu hero art for you. Again, there is no stats on here. It is just the art. I know, Michael. He said I can. But, man, this one's amazing. It's all amazing. You guys are going to think I'm starting to make this stuff up. But I'm going to download it. I'm going to resize it real quick. And holy cow. Joe, who's the artist? Jimbo? Who's Jimbo? That's not too big. That might work. All right. Let's save it. What? Save. Oh, okay. It did. All right, guys. Here comes the Cthulhu art hero card. Why does it keep doing that? All right. Tune in Thursday night and I'll show you the Cthulhu artwork. Oh, man. All right. Here it comes. Oh, man. Are you ready for this? What are Cthulhu's stats? They're not on here. Jimbo Zagoda. Well, Jimbo, you are amazing. That is beautiful. Hey, Joe, do you happen to know Cthulhu's stats offhand? Do you want to share that? Amazing artist doing a number of pieces for us. This is the only common one. The others are chase cards. Holy cow. Yeah, that's awesome. Yeah, Ricky, I do like teasing. Yeah, that's really good. I agree, Adam. Captain says, Joe, how much of the cards have art that is that graphic? Whenever I give my brother the latest Overpower cards, he's always hiding the nearly nude women in provocative poses from his kids. Anthony, you like that, buddy? Lawrence, yeah, that's amazing. Captain likes the Cthulhu art. I do too. Who's the wizard? Is Cthulhu inspired by Mephisto? No, Josh, he is not. I don't believe, I mean, I didn't design him or anything, but judging by the cards that he has, they don't share anything in common card-wise. I don't know. I don't like to tell things that Joe hasn't told me I can tell. So, great questions. We've tried to dial back all the nudity. Thank you. The only reason the promos had it was because we purchased that art as a group. There's a wizard in the bottom left. Oh, yeah. Michael, good eyes. You must have a really big screen. Only Dracula is going to have really graphic art. Van Helsing has one card that has some blood. And Ricky says, yeah, I was wondering about that wizard too. Okay, here's my Cthulhu story. I tried to read the Cthulhu story, and I thought it was dry as a bone, and I could not get through it. So, Brett, I agree. I wasn't a big fan of the scantily clad women either. Cultist, not a wizard, says Joe. Okay, Michael says he's looking on his phone and he can spot that cultist down there. I don't know anything of the legend of Cthulhu. When we first opened our comic book store 14 years ago, we still have 2 anime conventions a year come through, and the kids were always talking about Cthulhu. So I decided one day I was going to go ahead and read Cthulhu, and I couldn't do it. I don't know why people enjoy it so much. Is it just because the monster is so cool? Because I just really thought the story was awful. Cthulhu, 6187. Thank you, Joe. Doug, H.P. Lovecraft was really no match for Robert E. Howard. Captain, I totally agree. And even if you read Robert E. Howard's early stuff, man, he got better and better and better. It's not like he started out near as well as he finished, and as most authors get better and better. But I didn't have too much problem reading early Robert E. Howard stuff. But the Cthulhu story I just couldn't do. He is a nasty-looking creature, that's for sure. So if anyone... Oh, Joe says that's his stats for now. All mechanics are subject to change. If anyone wants to explain to me Cthulhu, I'll sit and listen, but I'm not going to go read that story. I will tell you that I have not built a Cthulhu deck yet. AJ has, and it was fun to play against. He's got some great cards. And Joe, do you even need to ask one more before we go? These guys would take as many as you want to send, my friend. They love it as much as I love sharing it. So, 4 more, says Josh. 4 more, not 4 more years. 4 more spoilers. 4 more. Okay. So, keep going, Joe, says Adam. I'm ready for you, Joe. Whatever you got. Everyone, hit that like button if you haven't. Thank you, Joe. Yes, please, guys. It really helps us. We're up to 18 likes. That's awesome. We've had 60 views, so a third of you have liked it. I love it. I want to see likes. Come on, guys. Light it up for Joe so that he'll show us some more. H.P. Lovecraft's protagonists tend to just get really frightened and then killed. Robert E. Howard's characters fight back and win. So are you saying in H.P. Lovecraft the bad guy usually wins? I wasn't aware of that, if that's the way it is. I'm not saying it is or isn't the way it is. I'm just saying I didn't know that. I got to figure out this. What's there? There we go. Now we're full screen. How did I do that? I have not read, I've not even tried to read any H.P. Lovecraft stuff. Not even the comic book adaptations of some things. I've had a couple books come into the store that are H.P. Lovecraft books, and they do sell, but I don't read them. All right, guys, give the video a few more likes. There we go. Bring it up a couple, and Joe, drop another spoiler for us. I got to tell you guys, I didn't think I could do an hour and a half all by myself, but you guys have been great. Thank you for participating in the chat, making me keep on. And Captain says, I haven't read tons of Lovecrafts, so I am partially just parroting what many Robert E. Howard fans say, to be totally honest. I appreciate that. Cthulhu's not really a villain per se, just beyond comprehension to humans who are driven insane. Captain says, like you, the Lovecraft I have read did not motivate to read much more. Okay, Brett, he's not a villain per se. All right, I just assumed he was the bad guy when I was reading the part that I did read of the book. He seemed kind of a demonic type of character that drove people mad. Did he only reveal himself to people who were already mad? I don't know. Somebody's going to have to educate me on H.P. Lovecraft and Cthulhu. Oh, Joe, we ought to save this one for next week. What do you think? A Sherlock Holmes special? I am also beyond comprehension. All right, Joe just sent me a Sherlock Holmes special. That's amazing, too. Joe, I know I've told you this before, and so has a lot of other people, but the artwork is phenomenal. All right, here we go. Whoops, I can't even type my own email address. You guys like Sherlock Holmes, right? He's pretty amazing. Save nothing, spoil now, says the captain. All right, let's see. I will spoil again. We got a Sherlock Holmes special that is pretty sweet. Download it. Let's take a look. See how big it is. Oh, that's actually kind of small. Hopefully that'll show up well. All right. I'm getting better at this, guys. Did you notice? I'm able to do a lot more stuff while I'm on. Keep sharing or I'll unlike, says Ricky. All right. You convinced me, Ricky. Here comes the Sherlock Holmes special. What do you think? That's pretty nice. And don't tell Phil. He wasn't. Man, we'll make Phil go back and watch it himself so that he can see all the spoilers. What does this special do? Hey, Joe, what's the name of the special? I forget the name. But this represents Holmes' abilities with chemistry and the sciences. All right. I haven't played Sherlock Holmes yet. Corey has, and he loves him. I got a feeling it's brilliant deduction. I bet it's logical reasoning. Can you zoom out at all? Zoom out. Did you show him? I have, no. We've been talking about it, Joe, but I have not forwarded the email. They wanted me to email them and then print it out for them to pick up tomorrow. So you want me to make the picture a little smaller? All right, let's see. Here. Let's do this. All right. Save. And let's. Okay, browse. Now I haven't had too much time to go over this with the guys yet because, you know, we're all just getting back and trying to get into the swing of things. There. How's that look? His style is great. We really tried to match up the styles with characters we felt it made the most sense with. The artist is doing Holmes and Billy the Kid. Nice. Matter Chemist? I don't think he's got a card with the name Chemist in it. It is. Yeah, that's awesome. You like that better? Okay, thank you guys. Yeah, Adam, I love everything about every piece of art I've seen so far, and I kind of hate how much I like it. Because I can't say anything bad about anything. Edward Pansea? Yeah, he's really great. So, as of now, I don't think you've shared any artwork that is even questionable. I mean, it's all fantastic. So, I want to plug tomorrow night. What's going on tomorrow night, Joe? Tomorrow being Tuesday. What you got going on? Ricky, this is the one called Breaking Bad. All right, Joe says, tomorrow night we're going to start doing a weekly live Q&A leading up to the Kickstarter. And where are you doing this Q&A? Is that going to be Discord or Facebook or both? Can you do both? I don't know. Or how about do it on X Spaces? I have really thought about taking this show over to Spaces on X also. I don't know how to do it, but I can figure it out. It might take me a little while. Where are you going to do the live Q&A at, Joe? Let's let them know, and we'll make sure everyone shows up. Ah, there go my lights again. YouTube and mirrored on all of our platforms. Oh, nice. So, YouTube, guys, if you haven't liked the Overpower card game YouTube channel, make sure you go out there and like and subscribe. Ooh, excuse me, like and subscribe to them too. You might have seen the ads, but each week we will focus on a part of the development process. Tomorrow is going to be the art creation process. We're going to show the sketch ink color process. Yeah, that'll be cool. Phil isn't there to keep the lights on. Yeah. What it is the timer's going off. I think it must be a 45-minute timer. I have to ask him if we can change that. The Discord has had so much more traffic since y'all started advertising. It's really encouraging. Ah, good, Captain. I'm glad, because I still don't like Discord. And I promise you, says Joe, you will see 2 pieces of art that are new and better than anything you've seen yet. Better than the Cthulhu character. All right, Joe. I'm not saying I don't believe you, but that's going to take a lot to get better than the Cthulhu piece. So what time? Did you say what time it was? You just said tomorrow night. No, you did not. So, Joe, what time are you going to be doing it? Tomorrow's Tuesday. I get off work at 6. Better than Cthulhu. All right, Joe. Okay. I can't wait to see him. Oh, okay. Go ahead. I can keep a secret. Adam says, that's quite the promise. I'm in. Okay. Let's see it, Joe. I'm waiting. And you got to tell him what time you're going live with this. What? Yeah. Wow. Okay. Joe, tell us what time to tune in. Guys, you're going to love it. Oh, man, it made me think of something, and I can't tell you what it made me think of. Ricky says, Joe, these are portraits of you. Yeah, guys, we got to tune in. So, there's no way to share links here, but just go search for Overpower the Card Game YouTube channel. You guys are definitely going to want to see this. Is this one of the pieces, Joe? You're just going to follow it all the way through the process? The sketch, the ink, and the color process? That'd be great. Joe, agree with Captain. Lots of new folks have been stopping in the Discord asking what Overpower is. You guys need to put up some videos explaining the game. Interesting. They're finding the Overpower Discord. Okay. We are planning 2 weeks from yesterday. We're going to do a Learn to Play video with 2 people who have never played Overpower before. It'll be, actually, I hate to admit it, it's my daughter and her husband. And neither one of them have played before. But when Joe was in Columbus, he told Jessica something that I'm not allowed to repeat. But it made Jessica want to learn to play Overpower. So Joe, you know what you said to her, and you got her hooked. So she wants to learn how to play, and we're going to create a video of Learn to Play from step 1 with Jessica and her husband. And I think it'll be a lot of fun. We're not going to do it live. We're going to record it and then upload it. Just because it may, I don't know, maybe we will do it live. That'd be kind of cool. Brett says they're following advertisement links to the Discord, but none of the advertisements really show the game. And Joe says, Brett, we are having some professionally made, but we needed to finish the starter decks first. We got the final pieces in today. Now we need to print them and make the videos. Yeah, we're going to Learn to Play with the same concept of what the new cards will be, but we'll be using the old cards. So they'll be playing any heroes. And I'm not allowed to say no, Captain. Absolutely, I am not allowed. But Joe knows what he said to her that got her interested in Overpower. And she is so excited that every time after I say I talked to Joe, she asks me about it. So, and in case you missed it, Joe said 8 o'clock tomorrow night, right? I believe it's 8 p.m. tomorrow. No, I can't tell you, Captain. You're right, I can't. But soon, Joe will announce to the world the same thing he told my daughter that made my daughter want to play overpower. Now, Jessica, she's not like too young. She's the youngest of my kids. But let's see, she's 22. 21 or 22. Oh my gosh. I'm glad she don't watch these videos. But she's very excited. Adam, it's definitely not going to be live, so that you can't try and coerce it out of her, because she might let it slip. Thanks for letting me know that, Adam, that you would try that. So it'll have to be a recorded video. It's definitely something that Joe's not told a lot of people. Oh, no, Jessica wouldn't care if I told you. But Joe would shoot me. I'll have to warn Jessica to be on her best behavior. Yeah, Joe, I got it. I'll save this one too. Oh, wow. Yeah, the artwork is phenomenal. All right, so Joe just shared with me the 2 pieces he's going to share tomorrow at 8 o'clock. They're going to take it from sketch all the way through to the collaring. And, yeah, you guys are going to love this. I want to see that first one that you sent me, Joe. I want to see the sketch version of that. That's got to be phenomenal. They're both going to be phenomenal, but I think the second one you sent probably looks better as a full color picture. I don't know, but sometimes those sketches are amazing. Josh, I'm sorry, man. I would love to tell you, believe me. I bug Ron and Joe all the time. I said, when are you going to announce it so I can talk about it? Just wait until Joe leaves. We won't tell. Michael, are you kidding me? Joe's got spies everywhere. He'll know. Those ones don't have an ink stage, but we will show others that do. Oh, okay. Yeah, you guys are going to love it. So tune in at 8 o'clock tomorrow. I'll be at home by then, so I'll have to tune in from home. But I definitely plan to. And Michael, I don't believe you when you say you won't tell. I don't believe you for a minute. Wow. But, I really appreciate you coming on, Joe, and sharing this with everyone. Let's see how many likes we got right now. Oh, these are sketch to collar. Okay. That's still pretty good. 19 likes. 20 likes. Thank you. Come on, guys. Give us a couple more likes so that Joe will come back. 68 views and 20 likes. Not too bad. Michael, yeah, you could be a spy for Joe, trying to get stuff out of me. But I'm not gonna tell anybody anything. I'm having a lot of fun with this, guys. I really am. I'm hoping to be at New York Comic Con. I can't wait to be at Boston. I have put some thought into playing a different deck in Boston. I shared in the Facebook group the deck that I played yesterday, which is the same deck that I played at the OP Cup and in Canada at Peace Bridge. So it was Mr. Fantastic, The Hand, Heroes for Hire, and Silver Sable in reserve. I am thinking about bringing a different deck to Boston. But I may just tinker with this deck just a little bit more and bring it again, because I would really love to win one of these things with that deck. So far I've had 2 8th place finishes and 1 4th place. So I would really like to take this deck all the way to number 1, but we shall see. So, all right, Joe, you got anything else you want to say? Doug, when is Neron showing up in a tournament? Yeah, Josh, that's exactly what I'm thinking about Boston. I may bring Neron to Boston. Or a version of the Henry Pym. Or Henry Pym and Neron. I played the Henry Pym and Neron deck at the Pymapalooza tournament, and I took 2nd place. So It's not bad. I had a lot of fun playing it. It's just missing a little bit. So I would love to show up at Neon. My biggest issue is I don't want to leave a tournament saying I wish I'd have played something else. Because if you don't win and you go home thinking I wish I'd have brought a different deck, that's not much fun. Yeah, Josh. The Henry Pym, Spawn, and Beast. Yeah, there was a lot of teamwork in that deck too. Yep, it sure was. Well, the thing I like about teamworks is you can't negate them. And if you're not playing Jubilee or Electra or Catwoman, I get to make at least 2 attacks. So I do like my teamworks. So, all right, guys, I think we're going to call it a night there. Remember, tomorrow night at 8 o'clock, tune in to the Overpowered Card Game YouTube channel, and we'll see some more spoilers in there. And I thank you all for watching. Thanks for tuning in tonight. 21 likes. Thank you, guys. Appreciate it. We're going to do Thursday night battles. That'll be, we'll do the 8 o'clock Eastern time. And one of these days, we're going to do a late night one for all you guys on the West Coast, I promise. I've been talking to Phil about that. The problem is getting a time when we're both available to do something that late. It's hard to match up, but we will. We appreciate you guys, especially now that we've been out there to Seattle. All you guys showed up. It was great. Thank you, Captain. Oh, Captain, guess what I did? I watched John Carter. I really did. I watched it all. I enjoyed it. It was good. It wasn't great, but it was good. So we'll talk about that next Monday, Captain. Remind me that we'll talk about the John Carter movie. So thanks so much, guys. Joe, thanks again for all the spoilers. And we'll see you all next week, Thursday night. Thank you, Anthony. Appreciate you. We'll talk to you guys soon. Look at that. Yeah, Captain, I liked it. We'll talk next week, all right? Remind me. We'll discuss it. All right, guys. Thanks so much. Have a great night.